Maybe you already heard of Bun, but is it really cool? Well, recently I had the chance to play with it on my Twitch stream, and here's what I think of it. Bun, a fast, all-in-one JavaScript runtime, bundle, transpile, install and run JavaScript and TypeScript projects, all in Bun. Well, that sounds pretty promising, to be honest. So on the stream, we went ahead and implemented some logic to determine if two characters from my favorite anime, which is One Piece, fought against each other. So the logic is fairly simple. We also wanted to display the output with some nice console colors. Therefore, we also imported Chalk, which by the way is a third-party ESM module. So this gives us the opportunity to see how Bun handles ESM modules. Running some TypeScript code in Bun is fairly simple. We have to add a script that runs bun index.ts, and then everything works. So no setup, no config, it just works. That was very easy. But what about testing? Bun actually also provides some chest-like test runner. Let's try that. When we write tests in Bun, the syntax for the test looks a bit different, since we are importing test and expect functions from Bun test. Besides that, it feels pretty much like writing chest tests. To run tests, we can run Bun whip test, which probably stands for work in progress tests. And everything works. We didn't have to provide any config, it just works. And it's incredibly fast. Well, that's a simple use case. That's probably what you think right now, right? And you are right, it's a very simple use case. But I tried the exact same thing with Node, NPM and Chest. Let's see how that goes. When I tried to do the same with Node and NPM, I quickly got everything up and running with npm init, npm install, and then I copied over the code. So npm run start should do the trick, right? Nah, not really. To load an ES module, set type module in package.json or use the .mjs extensions. So let's try to add the type module to the package.json. Of course, we get unknown file extension.ts. So what can we do now? So let's go ahead and use TS Node instead. Still no luck. Maybe we have to add a TS config. So I installed TypeScript and added a new fresh TS config by typing tsc --init. Then I removed the type module from package.json. And I'm now facing another error. Require of ESM not supported. So I again opened up my TS config and adjusted the module property to ESNext and the module resolution to Node, but still nothing worked. So then I accidentally discovered that TS Node also exports a binary called TS Node ESM. And that finally did the trick. So after quite some struggle, I finally got something running. But what about tests? I haven't written any test yet. So let's use Chest and write some tests. To test our code with Chest, we first have to add a bunch of dependencies. We have to add Chest, we have to add Chest globals. Cool, so let's add a test script and run it. Well, our test fails, because Chest encountered an unexpected token. Okay, what can we do here? So probably we have to use TS Chest instead of just Chest. So let's install TS Chest and run npx TS Chest config init. This generates us a fresh configuration. So let's go ahead and try it. Module is not defined in ES module scope. So that was an error in the Chest configuration, so let's fix it and rerun. And finally, our test passes, everything works. All in all, Bun is really cool. I really like that I didn't have to fight with all this setup for CommonJS, ESM in the way that we had to do with the Node npm approach. npm install took about 36 milliseconds, while it took more than 1 second for npm. And this is a small project. I think the gap will get bigger in bigger projects. Also, testing was very fast. So the test took about 84 milliseconds, while it took around a second in Chest. There are also some small issues that I encountered with Bun during the stream. So for example, I wanted to install some dependency as a dev dependency. And there was just no way to install it as a dev dependency, everything was just added as a dependency. Well, that's a small issue, it's not a big deal, but still worth mentioning. Another thing was that I explicitly imported Chalk to be able to display some colors in the console output. And that's something that didn't work with Bun, unfortunately. So it was pretty fun to install things, build, test and run stuff with Bun. But to actually deliver my library, I still had to use TypeScript and TSC. So I still had to use TSC to transpile my TypeScript code to JavaScript. All in all, Bun is really cool. I'm so excited about it, and I can't wait to integrate it in my daily workflow. But it's also still under active development, and I think for now I will probably use it for some smaller open source projects first. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also don't forget to follow me on Twitch, because that's the place where I actually play around with new web technologies.